A very good morning, dear student. Welcome back in today's science class. In the previous class, as you know that we discussed about what the agriculture and the crops. So in that last class, we also discussed about the different types of crops. As I told you that on the basis of the product, what types of product we are getting from the crops. So crops can be classified on the basis of two things. The first things, what type of product we are getting, and second things on the climatic condition. So now in today's class, we are going to discuss in short in a brief because in a previous class I already discussed these things, but once again in a very short we go through the main important points about the different types of crops. So first the crops, as I told you that the crops means the similar kinds of the plants that grows on a large scale is known as what? Crops. Means same kind of, similar kind of plants that grow in a large number on a large scale, that is called what? Crop. So now crops can be classified or there are the different types of the crops. So first things, the crop can be classified on the basis of product that we get from the crops. Means what type of product we are getting from that crops. Either gives us pulses, it gives oil, it gives us cereals, it gives us fruits and vegetables, it gives us spices. So these are the product which we are getting from the crops. So on the basis of that, we classify the different types of crops. So first one, that is cereals. Cereals. So these cereals, like examples, if we are talking about the examples of cereals, wheat, maize, rice, bajra, this ragi. So these are all the wheat, maize, rice, bajra and ragi. These are the millet. Finger is known as ragi. So these are known as what? Cereals. Mostly these are the main source of what? Carbohydrate. It gives us what? Carbohydrate. These are the main source of what? Cereals, and which gives what? Carbohydrate to our body. The second things of crops is that pulses. Then pulses means these are the water. The pulses are the main source of a protein. So we are getting the pulses from water, PA and gram. Black gram is also there. So these are the source of water. And many examples is there. Beans is also there. This gives us water. This gives us water. This are the main source of pulses. Means we are getting the pulses from this, and these pulses are the main source of water, protein. Then we have water, three types of crops. The other types of crops, that is you can say that oil seeds. For example, mustard seeds, then bean seeds. Lean seeds is also examples. Sunflower. These are the main source of water. Oil means these are the oil yielding crops from which we can extract or we can get water, oil. So mustard, lean seeds, sunflower, these are the main sources from which we are getting water, oil. Fourth things, that is vegetables. You can say this vegetables and fruits. Vegetables. Next one. So yes, student. Then vegetables like brinjals, tomatoes, spinach, potatoes, cauliflowers, butternuts, many more is there. Examples of crops. Then fiber crops means simply from which we can get water fibers. So for example, in the fiber crops, cotton, jute, flax, from which we can get water fibers for water for manufacturers of clothes and different types of articles. Next one is the spices. Spices means this spices which gives a flavor to our food material or food. And in India, you know that this Kerala is known as what a spice garden. Means we are getting the many different type of spices from the cardamoms, this ilaichis, this cloves, turmeric, red chilies, this everything. So this gives water the flavor to food. So these types of crops is known as water spices. Now next one, sugar crops. Sugar crops means the type of crops from which we are derived or we are getting water, sugar. So sugarcane is one cash crop, you also known as this cash crop, or this is also a water. The type of crops from which we are getting water, sugar, beetroot, and sugar palm is also used for extracting water, sugar. Means these are the three different types of crops by using we can extract or we can getting or we can derive water, sugar. Next one, this plantation crops. Plantation crops means like tea, coffee, rubber. These are also known as cash crop. These are considered as a plantation crops from which we are getting water, coffee, tea, and rubber. And next one, that is fruits. Fruits. This is the different types of this orange, apple, guava, mango, many more pineapples, grapes. So these are the crops are considered as a water. These are considered as a fruits. So these are the different types of crops. On the basis of water, what type of product we are getting from these. Okay. The crops. So I hope you this everybody understood very well. Now next we are going to discuss about the types of crops on the basis of climatic condition. You know that India is a vast land and it have the different or various climatic conditions from one part to another part. Somewhere you see that in Rajasthan is a very dry and hot climatic conditions. Other types if we went to the Kerala sides is wet and humid climatic condition is there. Mild condition is there near to the coastal areas like Goa and Mumbai. So we have the different type of climatic conditions, a different range of temperature, different range of rainfall, and different types of the soil is also there. So this all the climatic conditions are what favor or suitable for the different type to grow the different types of crops. So on the basis of this variety of climatic factors, they also favor or support to the different grow of different types of crops. So on the basis of climatic conditions, we can classify the crops into two categories, and these are what rabi crops and kharif crops. So in short, we are once again we are going to discuss some important points about the rabi crops and kharif crops. So first, everybody you note down this one, then we discuss again about rabi crops and kharif crops. So dear student, please take a screenshot and then you can write down. So now students, pay your attention here. So as I told you that there are the two different types of crops on the basis of climatic condition, kharif crops and the rabi crops. So the time period of on the basis of the time period, what are the duration for cultivation, or what are the time period for the harvesting. So the time period for the kharif crop is from June to October. Means the sowing of this crops, kharif crops, is started in the month of June, and up to October it will be ready for harvesting. But now in the Rabi crops, the time period for the Rabi crop is from November to the March. Means the time period for the sowing of seeds in the Rabi crops is a month of November, end of November, and it should be ready for harvested at end of March month. Then, so now this season means just past this season. This season is for what? This is for Rabi crops. Means the many farmers now till now they are engaged in this agriculture practice for the this harvesting of wheat and mustards and like this. So this is known also, this Rabi crops is also known as a summer crops, and this crops is known as what? Rainy crops. Because now second point is that this requires a large amount of water. Means the kharif crop required the large amount of water. So that's why it is called, it is you can say that as sowing or cultivated during the rainy season. That's why it is also considered, kharif crop is also considered as a rainy crops, because it get most of water for irrigation or for cultivation from in the form of rain or from the monsoon. Okay, that's why it is considered as a rainy crops, and these are considered as a summer crops, because the time period for harvesting is during now. Now this is the time period for the harvesting or taking the crops for farmer, and that's why it's considered as a Rabi crops or summer crops. Third one, some examples. If we see the examples of paddy, soybean, peas, groundnuts, cottons, these are the examples. This cotton, paddy, soybean, groundnuts. These are the examples of this kharif crops. And if you consider examples, so as I already told you that this is the summer crops, and now at present the farmers are taking which type of crops? They are taking the crops like wheat, this gram, chana जिसको अपन कहते हैं, चने की खेती होती है. Mostly you can see that in field the wheat is there, mustard is also there. So ये just pass अभी एक महीने पहले या आधे महीने पहले ही आप देख सकते हो कि the farmers are engaged in their farm or field for taking these crops, wheat, leguminous plants, means all types of the pulses like drums and this mutton and pea, then mustard, seeds and clovers. These are the examples of Rabi crops. So these are the main differences between the Rabi crops and the kharif crops. About the time period, duration, what are the time period or what are the duration in which we start cultivating or sowing and harvesting, what type of climatic condition is necessary required, and how much water is needed for both. So on the basis of that, we in brief first classify or differences. There are some differences between these Rabi crops and kharif crops. So please go ahead for taking the screenshot and then you note down in your notebook. Then we discuss the agriculture practices. So please go ahead. So dear student, the next topic is the agricultural practices. So in previous class, we already discussed about the first practice, agriculture practice, that is the preparation of the soil. As I told you that the first the agricultural practice is that preparation of soil. Means the process of agriculture is started from first process, that is the preparation of soil. In preparation of soil, there are the two, we discuss about the two different processes, the plugging and the leveling. Means what are the advantages and benefits or usefulness of doing this plugging. So as I told you that it brings up or on the top the different types of water, the nutrients. So by turning and loosening, that will becomes on the upper surface on the top, and soil became aerated, and the space is completely filled with the air. So that is useful for the germination and penetration of a root. It also help for the productions or you can say that increasing the number of some important worms like earthworms. Due to that the soil become loose. And labeling can be done by the labelers, as I already told you, because the benefit of doing this labeling is that it is useful for the or we can uniformly we can so seeds can be sown uniformly, and water can be given artificially or for the irrigation. It is helpful, this labeling process. Okay. So now next, the second process we are going to discuss about the sowing of seeds. Sowing of seeds means what? Sowing of seeds means the process or methods of placing the seeds into the soil. It is the process of placing seeds at the appropriate depth and appropriate distance is known as what? Sowing of seeds. Okay? Do you understand? Means अपन जो मिट्टी में जो seeds डालते हैं उगा बोते हैं, that is called water बोना seeds को ना. So that is called water the sowing of seeds. Now there are different process of sowing seeds. First one is the broadcasting, traditional method, seed drips, and the transplantation. Before discussing about this the process, first we come to know that what kind of seeds should be sown in the soil that gives the maximum benefit and maximum production to the farmer. Because normally if जनरली अपन किसी भी टाइप के सीड्स को लेकर स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं उगाना, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. फर्स्ट वी नो अबाउट दैट सीड्स मस्ट फ्री फ्रॉम disease. There will be no any type of infection or disease in that seeds. The seeds maybe have the good quality, it have the high yielding productivity, means it gives much more yield. So that type of seed should be selected by the farmers. So these things should be kept in the mind when we are selecting the seeds. Okay, so farmers should be kept something or keep some the important things or necessary things about the selection of seed is that first the seed should be have a what high percentage of germinability, means maximum if we spread the 1 kg seeds into the field, so out of that 1 kg means 900 grams, 90%, 95% seeds should be germinated. That so that gives more production to us. Otherwise, we are in a loss or farmer in a loss. Second thing, that seed should be free from disease. If that seed is suffer from any kind of disease or any type of infection is there in seeds, so that seeds cannot be able to germinate and it not give us a good yield. Third thing, that seeds have a good productivity or high yielding variety of seeds should be selected by the farmer. So now the question is that how we can come to know that seed, which type of seed is healthy or which type of seed is not suitable for growing in or sowing for a field. So very simple activity is there. Simply you can take one ball filled with the water and put all the seeds into that water. So the healthy seeds, the seeds which are healthy, that remains at the bottom, because most of the seeds, when the infection is there, the germs attack on that, so that means seeds can be eaten by that germs or any worms is there, so that seeds become water lighter in weight, so that seeds float on the surface of water. So by this we can select the healthy seeds. Okay. So जैसे पानी में डालोगे तो आप ऊपर थोड़े थोड़े से ना हल्के जो सीड्स होंगे वो तैरते रहते हैं, ऊपर फ्लोटिंग करते रहते हैं. वो सीड्स क्या है, वो स्पॉइल्ड सीड है, वो बेकार सीड्स है ना, वो जो है वो ख़राब हुए वाले सीड्स से जो जर्मिनेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. ओनली जो नीचे बॉटम पे रहे हैं हैवियर सीड्स है, दीज आर द सुटेबल फॉर द सोइंग. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन सेलेक्ट water. Now today's in the market the many different types of high yielding varieties of seeds are available in the market, so that seed can be taken by the farmer or that should be sown in a field. So first the process of sowing, broadcasting. Simply this broadcasting means the spreading of seeds with the help of broadcasting, means the process of spreading seeds or spreading seeds with the hands. This is the olden method for sowing. Means आप कैसे simple से आप if you see in the field the farmers with their hands spreading water, sprinkling the seeds into the field. So this process is called the broadcasting. Now this is the older method, so it also has some harmful effect or it's not suitable for because there will be no chance of uniformly distribution of seeds by this broadcasting, because somewhere the seeds can be spread by the farmer in a large quantity. Overcrowding should be there due to this. So this method is not suitable. Now next method is what traditional method. In traditional method, as I told you that this broadcasting methods is also you can say that a traditional method means old method. Ancient method is considered as a traditional method. Then we can use a seed drill. Seed drill means is a modern way by which you can see that on the this cultivators, on the top of the cultivators we install the seed drills like this. Many times you can see this the funnel shape. This type of instruments is installed on the cultivator and the farmer simply put the seeds into this. So by using this seed drill, the seeds can be sown in a soil at the appropriate distance and appropriate depth. Because if the seeds go deeper, there will be no chance of germination. And if the seeds are very close to each other, so they start fighting for water, food and minerals and water and space and sunlight. So our priority is that here we should avoid this overcrowding of seeds, and it should be placed at the appropriate depth and distance. Okay. Now see in your textbook we go through the important ways. So first you see at the page number 10 the broadcasting. Broadcasting is the method in which the seeds are sown manually or spread in the field. This method is however not very useful, as a number of seeds remains on the surface and picked up by the birds. As I told you that there will be no equal or uniform distribution, and it remains on the top and that will be eaten by the birds and the rodents like rat. So it's not a useful or suitable method for the sowing. The remaining seeds may not be sown at the appropriate distance or depth. The chance of their growth are less. Due to that water, there will be very less chance of germination, and germination is not happening and we are in a loss. Second method, the traditional method. The tool used traditionally for the sowing seeds is shaped like a funnel, and the seeds are filled into the funnel and passed down through 2 or 3 pipes into the sharp ends, and this peers into the soil and places the seeds here. Means this is also the traditional method is this type of tools or structures, funnel like structure also used in this traditional methods on the plough share. गोल्डन टाइप में आप देखोगे जो हल होता है, हल के ऊपर इस टाइप से एक टूल इंस्टॉल किया जाता है. Now seed drill, a traditional seed drill has a long pipe with a funnel at the top and it is tied at the back of the plough. The seeds are fed into the funnel and released through the pipe in a furrows made by the plough. A modern seed drill is a mechanical means of sowing. It has the several long pipes with the common funnel called the box at the top, and it is driven by the tractors like this. You can see in your textbook this the modern seed drill is given. So a seed drill has the following advantage. Means what are the main advantages why we go with this seed drill? Because it has some usefulness or some advantage of sowing. So first one is, now you see in your textbook, sowing by a seed drill puts the seeds at the appropriate depth and the distance. By using this we can put or we can place this seeds into soil at the appropriate distance and appropriate depth. Means we can avoid overcrowdings and we can place the seeds at the proper distance. So seeds can be easily germinated and turned into the water crops or plant. The seeds are not wasted, okay, because simply we can place it into the soil. it's not remain at the top. If on the surface or on top the seeds remains there, there will be a chance of it can be eaten by the birds and the rodents. Seeds are sown at the faster rate and the more easily, means it's a less consuming. This seed is a less consuming. Within the short time periods we can sow a large field. But in this broadcasting, by simply sprinkle with the hand, it takes too much time in the laborer's work is there. The following precautions should be taken before and during the sowing. Means what are the main things we can or farmers should be kept in their mind during or while sowing. First, seeds to be sown should be healthy and good quality. As I discussed earlier, I told you that seed should be healthy and good quality. The right depth and space should be maintained by the sowing the seeds, and the seed should be treated with the fungicides and pesticides. Means before going to sowing, that seed should be treated with the fungicides and pesticides, so there will be no chance of any type of infection in a crop or a plant. The soil should be well prepared before the sowing the seeds. So first step, if this will be done very well, there will be much more chance of succession, or we can succeed in this is second. That is depends on the first steps. The soil should have the right amount of moisture. Means the time period for the sowing, that is also very important. During the dry season, we cannot able to sow the seeds because we know that the seeds need water, air and water for the germination. So that water can be available in the form of moistures. So moistures is a main important factor which you can say that affect the germination. So at the appropriate level of moistures, when the appropriate moisture is there, appropriate water should be in the soil in the form of moisture. So that time we should go for water this sowing. Okay. Now next, transplantation. Transplantation means what? Transplantation means we can transfer the healthy plants from the nursery to the original field. Means some planted like rice, this potato. So this type of the crops is directly not sown into field. First, in some other places or that place is called nursery. So first we grow these crops in a nursery, and then from that we select the healthy plants, and then we plant it into the original field. So this type of method of sowing is called what? Transplantation. Means transfer from one place to the another place, from nursery to the original field. So this can be done with the paddy, rice, or a potato or a tomato. Sorry, not a potato, a tomato. So this type of the crops is sowing by this transplantation. Means transfer from the nursery to the original field, and there will be no chance of any type of disease and infection because we can select only the healthy crops. Okay. So these are the way of the methods for the water. These are some important methods of sowing of seeds. So I hope you this sowing is clear for everybody. In next class we are going to discuss about adding manure and fertilizers, then irrigation, then weeding, then we discuss about the crop protection, harvesting and storage. So these are some important crop agricultural practices we discuss in next class. Okay, so I hope for today is enough. Everybody understood well about this sowing. Okay, so everybody you go through the textbook, you can easily understood all the things are given in the textbook. Okay, so my advice is that please whenever you get free time, then you read your textbook carefully, because by reading you can understand everything. All things are given in a textbook. Thank you. Have a nice day.